Part of our business here at the Commerce Club is to bring valuable information to our members. And part of that is connecting you with people who are experts in different areas of business that we are not. So one of those people is Darylyn Johnson with Steeze Marketing. Yes, thank you so much.
No problem.
He's going to be talking about all things AI. I've had several conversations over the past couple of weeks leading up to this Tuesday talks about, AI and how important it is. So everyone knows that this is such an important topic and subject. So I'm excited to learn this information, but a lot of people just don't know enough about it and how it applies to their business. So he's going to connect the dots and fill in all the gaps and answer all the questions that we have burning in our minds. So without further ado, Darylyn Johnson with Steeze Marketing.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I do want to thank every single one of y'all for coming. Can you hear me in the back? Okay, awesome. I want to thank all y'all for coming. I think the first thing with this AI stuff is just showing up. There's so much AI. And I just believe that all y'all being here and showing up and wanting to actually learn is the first step, right? So thank y'all for coming. And number two, I do want to thank the Commerce Club for having these great Tuesday talks, man. There's just a lot of people doing amazing things in this town, and they are putting us on the forefront and just showing us that they care about our businesses and what we do. So again, thank you to the Commerce Club, and thank y'all for being one of the best business venues in the Midwest, in my opinion. So of course, like she was saying earlier, my name is Darylyn Johnson. I'm the owner of Steeze Marketing, which is an on-demand marketing and branding company. So what we do is we focus on creative marketing, unique branding, and of course AI tools to help pretty much take your business to that next level. So that's what we do at Steeze Marketing. So we all came today to talk about AI. So first of all, I like to be super interactive. I get a chance to talk to kids through adults. So I like to be super interactive. Y'all can ask questions anytime, interrupt me, whatever y'all want to do. I just want to make this super authentic. So first of all, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What AI have y'all been using so far for business? ChatGPT. ChatGPT, awesome. Also, as you can see, we'll use that in a unique way. Is there anyone else? Claude, okay, okay.
Lovable.
Okay.
Lovable, the marketing, it's vibe coding.
Okay, you might have to show me that one. Okay, cool. So I do want to make sure to reiterate that I am coming from a business and marketing standpoint. There's that business side of AI, and then there's the tech side. I'm not coming from the tech side, so I do want to preface that. So I wanted to do more AI, basically that anybody can use. So the person who's making $50,000 and the person who's making $1 million. I believe that all these AIs, we all can use these, right? So the first one is good old Otter.ai. So have y'all got a chance to use any transcript AIs whatsoever? Oh, perfect. So I know like Google Meet, maybe even Zoom, they have a lot of integrations to where your whole call can be transcript, which is fine. That stuff is awesome. I think that is cool as well, but that's like service level for this. So this is Otter.ai. What it does, it breaks down your whole Zoom call. It can be an in-person consultation. It can be anything. When it comes down to talking, it breaks it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all an example. So right now we're building out a course with our real estate investor client down in Texas. Now we built out the framework, every single module from Module 1 to Module 10, we built out the framework for him, but of course we do marketing, branding. He does real estate investing. So therefore, he's putting all the meat day by day to this course until it's done. So this app gives you an overview of everything that the person is talking about. It gives you the action items. It gives you the full outline. And then of course, it gives you the transcript. So it kind of takes these Zoom calls from us just taking stagnant notes to literally having everything right there, right? So I guess when it comes down to this specific app, there's also the transcript of where you can see the full Zoom call as well. So this one was actually a visual Zoom call. And it went through what we talked about piece by piece. the whole conversation. It picks up every single thing. So as I was kind of talking about when it comes down to this, pretty much any business can use it. For instance, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry, what's the program called?
This one's called Otter.ai. OTTER.ai. Otter, yes. And if you can't hear me, I will make sure to project a bit more, so I apologize. So let me ask you a question. So you told me what you do. How do you generally do a consultation?
I tend to do them in person just because I have to see the front or the scar. But I do have a few Zoom calls.
Okay. So it works twofold. So you can actually take this app and press record, put it in your meeting to where it outlines your whole meeting in person. But of course, with the Zoom and Meet and things of that nature, it does the integrations too. So this will really, really help, like I said, any business, whether it's digital or it's in person. If I'm not mistaken, you do leadership seminars? Yeah. So even having that and having it to where you can transcript it out and then make a document for your people the next day and send it out. So there's just a lot of different capabilities that we can use Otter.ai for. So Otter.ai is number one. Is there any questions at all about Otter? Yes, ma'am.
How are you using it to build a course?
Oh, so we're not. So I guess to slow that down a little bit, we built the course out, and what he's doing is he's going in module 1. He's talking through step 1, 2, 3 of the course, and then module 2. Blah, blah, blah. So therefore, we're not having to do 1,000 meetings. We're actually going to do that until it's all the way written out, and then we're going to get into that final meeting to finalize from there.
You're doing the course and you're documenting it using Otter.
Correct. Thank you for that question, to clear that up. Is there any other questions about Otter.ai?
So can you give us some more applications for it? Like you mentioned, you record yourself when you present it, and then you can make a doc from that and send it to attendees. Is there any other applications that are powerful?
I feel like those are that. So the application of those two things we talked about, and honestly just having, for me and for us and how we use it, specifically just having this, the overview, the action items, and the outline. Like for us, that is so powerful.
So you just use it for note-taking, basically?
Correct, yes, sir. Note-taking and organization. And of course, it organizes as well. So pretty much every call that we've had since day one of using Otter is right here.
I can see where that would be powerful if you have other team members. You weren't able to attend all the meetings. You can get downloads from everybody, just kind of skimming. That's a lot of information.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're reading an hour-long Zoom, that's a lot.
It really is. And that's why I do like the fact that they have the side of the action items and things of that nature, but then have the full transcript as well. So it's not just one fold,
Have you ever tried integrating it with like a sales enablement platform? So like if you get off a call with someone who like could potentially be a client, it would like automatically give you like, you said you're gonna follow up with them in a week. In a week now there's a notification to follow up, like any kind of use case like that?
No, so there's actually a system that we kind of already use for that, and we've used it before. We got Otter.ai. What's awesome about that is I will go ahead and show y'all that as well as we move forward, but that's a great question. Is there any more on the Otter.ai side? Yes, sir.
What are the storage limits? I'm already reading up there that you want to active storage. So there's an Otter. Like, what are the storage limitations?
So this actually works out very well especially for most of our Zoom, like our consultation calls, because it is 30 minutes. But yeah, this is 30 minutes when it comes down to the Zoom call. Of course, when you buy the Pro, it's the full hour. In person, you actually can go as long as you want under this specific version. So especially for consultations, I haven't felt a need to get the Pro version just yet. But when it does come down to the in-person recordings, as long as it goes past an hour, I'm perfectly fine with that,
Okay,
cool. Cool. Any other questions about Otter.ai? Go ahead.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I was just
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, so this is a very surface level one. We're gonna go ahead and go on to the next one, which is Sintra AI. So do any of y'all use AI employees at all in any type of platform? Perfect. So this is an actual AI employee platform. So as you can see, it has business development, customer support, e-commerce, data analysts, Email marketer has your personal development, sales manager, copywriter, recruiter, SEO specialist, social media manager, and then your virtual assistant. So for us, the virtual assistant is the #1 that I use. And so I'm gonna show y'all in real time a way to use this. So say that I'm out of town. So I am out of town and I have a shoot at 5 and 11 a.m. Can you find a gap for me to eat? So this is my virtual assistant. It's literally like somebody right there with you. And so I'm gonna let y'all read that real quick. And so yes, I want this virtual assistant to go ahead and plan this for me. So yes, please schedule it for me to put on my calendar. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and push that. Oh, sorry. All right, cool. So it's gonna go ahead and schedule it for me. And then lastly, I'm gonna let y'all read that part. And then lastly, I'm going to have it put on my calendar. So yes, please. Oh, had a little typo there. So as you can see right now, so basically it gives me a time that it believes that it will be a perfect time between my 5 a.m. and my 11 a.m. shoot, and it adds it to the calendar. So we push and approve. Now, let's go see if it worked. So we're gonna go ahead and go here. Oh, okay, well, wow.
Right there.
Yeah, it's about
30. Go up.
7:30 to 8:30.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, thank y'all. I was about to say, of course it didn't work for the demonstration, but as y'all can see right there, it actually puts it right on my calendar right after you push approve. So this.
Do you have to create some integration with that in Google? Like, did you give permission to access your Google accounts, or is it just? Okay.
Yes, yeah, so it's already an integration in there. They have an integration for Google, I believe, Instagram, and then does anybody use Notion in here? So Notion as well. So this will be those. It integrates perfectly with those. Integrates with your email as well.
Outlook? Like Microsoft?
I think it does with Outlook. We don't use Outlook, so but if I'm not mistaken, it does with Outlook as well. Well, I've learned that with setting up emails, so I already know. But it does integrate with, I'm gonna do kind of a dummy one. Google Doc about great the Commerce Club is.
Sarah, can you zoom in?
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay, so.
Perfect, thank you.
I'm actually going to stop this one. So what I'm going to have it do is make a Google Doc. Make a document.
And what's the name of this tool?
This tool is called Sintra AI.
How's that spelled? Sorry.
So Sintra Tra.ai. So you remember I was kind of telling y'all that I wanted to make a document about how wonderful the Commerce Club is. So what it went ahead and did is it went to the internet, it looked it up, and it made me a document of the things that they already do here at the Commerce Club. And so what I'm able to do is push approve, and it will be the same exact thing. When I go to Google Docs, it will be right there. So this is Sintra AI. Visi is my Visi is the number one thing that I use on here, but all of the other ones are very good as well. Do you have any questions about the Sintra AI? Talk to me.
The cost associated with this?
Yes. So this one, I will tell y'all that I got this for basically we're paying about $38 a month for this. But if I'm not mistaken, the suite is about $100 a month for all of these. So we got it on like a Black Friday sale. So we've kind of been using it since then. Yeah, it was a deal for sure. It was a deal. Any other questions about Sintra AI?
Seems like a lot of these are just ChatGPT wrappers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll do, especially the content ones. What I look for is ones that don't do or can't do things that ChatGPT can't.
Right.
Like I asked it to log into my Facebook account.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT said, I can't do that. Okay, well, getting an AI agent to do those type of things makes sense. But I kind of struggle with getting AI agents to do what ChatGPT does. Do you make any distinction there?
I think the distinction there is this learns your, so I know ChatGPT learns your brand in a certain way, but it's very service level. Like, what do y'all do? You know, what's your name? Who's on your team? Okay, that's service level. This learns your brand to a point that eventually it even spits out ideas for you. Like, okay, so we know that we have a marketing and branding side, then we have a sports marketing side. Basically do an event where you can integrate both of those. It will tell us stuff like that. Or, hey, you know, you haven't had a personal development day for your team in a long time. This is what you can do on that next personal development day. So that's the difference between this and a ChatGPT. Is I believe that this learns your brand inside and out to where it gets to a point where it's actually telling you what to do compared to you asking it what to do, if that makes sense.
So you're saying that this actually will give you proactive input on things?
And I wasn't going to,
Unsolicited?
yes, so let me go ahead and show you. So for instance, this is an idea. So it would go ahead to our site and, sorry about that, y'all. So as you can see, it says it will create a AI-powered FAQ response system template. That's one, and I can either like it or not like it. It will create a strategic plan for reaching out to 10K monthly, reaching the 10K monthly revenue goal. Comment will create service package bundles optimized for different client segments. So at a point, it asked me some of my goals. So I told it on the sports side, I want to make, like specifically on the sports side, we want to make 10K a month. What that goal was going to do is give us a plan, or an AI plan, of course, a skeleton of how to actually do that. So that's kind of what I meant by that. Any other questions about Sintra? All right, cool. So let me ask y'all this. How many people in here have came across a marketing company like mine and that has told y'all, you know, we can run ads for you, we can get leads? Like, how many people have gotten that in here? Okay. So most of those companies are probably killing the game. I mean, quite honestly, they're probably would get y'all these leads, right? But for us, we focus on lead nurturing. You know, everybody can, again, we can all get these leads, but without lead nurturing, it's a statistic that we are all missing about 20 to 30% of all of our leads. So I'm going to show y'all a system that we use, an AI system that we use to automate that lead nurturing process. So we have a lot of nurturing processes built out, but right now we're only using 3 of them. So I want to go ahead and go through the first one. So again, we talked about this is from an ad lead form straight to your funnel. So this is what a automated AI funnel looks like. So right here, this is the lead form. So whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook leads, Google, website, whatever, it triggers this. So that first, after these people put all their email or the information in, emails, all that stuff, the first automated email within that first 5 minutes gives them this. Can y'all see this over here? So that's the first email. That's first 5 minutes. Same, synonymously, it will send them this text. So from the lead form, like within that first 5 minutes, we want them to go ahead and schedule like a vision call. We want them to go ahead and schedule a vision call, in-person consultation, something within that first 5 minutes, because we believe that if we don't, we're gonna miss that lead. And none of us wanna miss leads out here. So what it would do, it waits 5 minutes, and then it tells me, did the contact reply? If the contact replied yes, then we're gonna go ahead and send them another. So let me actually go back a little bit. So did the contact reply? 100%. Was the reply positive, which means did they want to book something? You know, did they want to work with you? That's a yes. Then we would go ahead and send them. Okay. Let me refresh real quick. We will go ahead and send them a booking link. So they're like, yeah, you know, we want to work with y'all. So we're like, great, well, let's go ahead and get y'all in for a consultation with this booking link. So say they like, you know, we just kind of like the video. So we will go ahead and we went ahead and put our information in. That's perfectly fine. They don't really want to work, but we still want them in our social media pipeline. And we still already have them in our email pipeline as well. So this system right here makes it so you keep your leads going, even if they get stale. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a long-term lead nurture after I finish this part.
So do you connect your social media with this so they could, you know, integrate and talk amongst each other?
Yes.
Okay.
So all this, every single one of your social medias, pretty much any of your links from your website, if you have a link tree, all of that can come from here. I don't know, like a lot of people use those link tree things where it's like a lead form and people can type in and you pay for a consultation right there. Again, all that stuff does go back to this system specifically that we use. So say that the contact did not reply whatsoever, like they put their stuff in and they just went about their day. What will happen from there is it will call me. So this is actually a call to me from AI telling me like, hey, you have a call from from this person, you know, they're looking for this. And if you want to talk to them right now, go ahead and push any button. So if that happens, I can push any button and it will actually call that lead, get them scheduled. Say that I'm fully busy, right? And I don't have time for that. Well, the next day, it would send them an any questions text. Again, we're trying to keep their brains going for our brand at all times, like no matter what. Right, so say that went nowhere either, right? So I'm gonna go back and show you a long-term lead, long-term nurture. So say that they didn't hit us back in that past 7 days. So we wait 7 days, bless you. And we start nurturing them. So that first email is just a general Steeze Marketing email telling them who we are, what we do, and how we do it. And again, we're just keeping our brand at the forefront of their minds. Okay, another 7 days goes by. You know, they had their kids, they had events to go to, they missed it again. Here's another one. Again, we're just trying to keep ourselves at the forefront of their brains at all times. And then another one. So for the next 28 days, long term, we are nurturing these leads. And basically, until they say no, we're going to keep going hard. And then, of course, the last one. I mean, I'm not going to get monotonous. It's the same thing. We're nurturing this lead, just with another email. So in this specific platform, this AI automation can really be used for any type of business, any type of business. So do y'all have any questions about AI automation? Yes, ma'am.
Does it also create like a lead repository for you?
You said the lead what?
A repository, like it's gonna take in, it's gonna note all the leads that contacted, like landed on one of those landing pages, and then put in their emails and give you like a sheet or a data file at the end?
Yes, it definitely does that. It definitely does that. So, yeah.
Okay.
And it's called Workflow AI.
No, so this is actually called Go High Level.
Go high level.
Yes, this is called Go High Level. So I don't want to confuse y'all because there's like a million different things that we can do on here, but this platform is beautiful. Yes, ma'am.
So I use this platform. I'm just curious, have you dug into the conversational AI and the voice AI?
We're going to talk about that next. We're going to talk about that next because that is very important. I've actually dove in it for a couple of my clients too, and just training it from a marketing company to a construction company, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy the capabilities of these bots. So, yeah, if nobody has any other questions, we can go into that conversational AI. Oh, okay, cool. So here is my conversation AI bot. I like to have fun with these, so I named it Q&A just so I had a personality to it. So here is the setting. So this bot specifically is for everything Steeze Marketing. So it's for our SMS, it's for our live chat, it's for our Instagram, it's for our chat widgets as well, which we don't have one up right now. So as you can see, it's our bot business name is Steeze Marketing. It waits 15 seconds before responding. Another good thing about this is, so say that it's like 5 a.m., right? And somebody reaches out to your business on social media. Well, the bot can be talking to them up until you get to work at 7 a.m. Right when you start messaging them, the bot stops. So therefore, it goes from the bot communication straight to your communication without you having to turn off the bot. You know, so that is one great thing about this bot. So with the bot training, so of course you have your web crawler. So you have all of your hyperlinks that you kind of put in there, everything about your brand, everything about what you do, things of that nature. But how to really train your bot is customizing the questions. So these are all the questions of how we customize our bot to where because we want this bot to be us. You know, we know that these machines can't be 100% us, but we at least want it to be 85%, 85% us if possible, right? So this is our bot. Again, adding these questions. When it comes down to the bot goals, so you can go in here and change the personality of the bot. So can y'all see this? Okay. So this is the personality of our bot. And here's some additional information. It basically tells the bot what to avoid and what to use as well. So therefore, again, you're not getting answers that you would never say out your mouth through the bot. And so our bot specifically is made, like, it's not made to have personal conversations. It's not made to talk. Our bot specifically is made to bring business from our platform, or I'm sorry, from social platforms to our website. So we're gonna go ahead and test our bot a little bit. So that's a good question.
Where's Steeze Marketing located?
Hold up. Sorry about that, y'all. Give me a couple seconds. Okay. So let's test the bot. So we want our bot to show that we know our industry inside and out. You know, to be honest, and I'll go back to this, but have any of y'all ever sold courses before? So what's generally your funnel to a course? Like, is it an ebook or is it like, how do you get people to your course?
Yeah, usually we'll do like a free download or whatever, and then from there we nurture them into buying the full course.
Okay.
So like, I've done it in the fitness industry, so like, top 3 ways to lose the stubborn fat after 40, and then they get that, and then you nurture them through those campaigns to then give them like, hey, purchase now and get 20% off the course.
That's perfect, and that's perfect. And that will forever be a way to use that, right? So what I think I did, and somebody probably could have did this before, I just never heard of it. I think I kind of hacked course culture to a certain extent. Again, that funnel is generally you're giving them a PDF or ebook or something. I personally believe that what we can do now is train this bot, give it a phone number, and be like, hey, text this bot for your next 5 fitness tips or for your next 5 workouts, right? So therefore, you can control the traffic of them doing a consultation, because with the ebooks, like, we're gonna get their information, but we still have to nurture that lead. In this situation, it's almost to a point that, I'm sorry, not nurture the lead, we have to get them to a meeting or a consultation. With this specifically, I believe that we can give them what they want and get them in a meeting all in a 10-minute process. So hopefully it works out, but thank you. But so this is my bot. We're gonna go ahead and test it out a little bit. What is marketing and branding? It does not go this slow, y'all. I promise you it doesn't. Okay, there goes that. So my bot, I wanted to show our audience that we know what we're doing, that we are the experts at this, and on top of that, that this bot actually works. So, well, how are y'all doing? This is generally a very quick process.
Was this an add-on to the static workflows that you paid extra for, or does the bot come included with the program?
The bot comes included, but it is, when it comes down to the text, you still have like 0.2 cents or like 2 cents for each message. So I will say that as this is loading, one thing I do have a goal of is getting people to a meeting within 5 to 7 messages, just so I'm only spending, it sounds crazy, I'm only spending that much for like 14 cents for leads, compared to doing an ad and I'm spending $29 for 1 lead. You know what I'm saying? So again, this bot, there's just so many things we can do with it. And I am so sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's not loading.
Have you ran ads where it's like, text blah 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 or whatever, and then like a question, and then how to get appointments like you mentioned?
I asked that question one more time. I'm sorry.
So how you said like for like fitness, you could say, hey, for get your custom macros, text blah blah blah, and they text it, and then get them to schedule. Like the bot gives them the answers, and then asks them to schedule an appointment or whatever. Mm-hmm. Have you done that?
Yes, and actually, what are you about to say?
Well, keep going. Sorry.
So as long as I'm answering your question, it's actually got it to a point where somebody messaged the bot and it took them through that flow. Like it had a whole conversation and got them to the message from that ad specifically.
Have you found like a lower cost per lead on that, just because, or about the same?
About the same. It's still about the same. The ad platforms are so much different these days. Like you have to spend a little bit. If you're running ads, like 2020, you didn't have to spend as much to get 1 lead, but so pretty much on that note, it's still around the same cost. Your budget still should be 500 plus on that note.
Yeah, but is your conversion rate better than converting them into?
Yes.
Okay.
And my close rate is better too. You know, bot-wise and automation-wise, I believe that my close rate went up a good 10%, and that's just a blessing in our business. You know.
Why do you think that is? Was there anything better qualified, or is it what do you think is converting?
I think it's honestly just streamlining the process even more with the automation, and I think that. Man, that's a good question. I don't know actually. I need to actually write that out. I don't know why, but I will say that it's definitely happening. You know, I'm getting into meetings and people. I think it's more just they see the process is very similar to a no good marketing or you know the biggest marketing companies in the world, and they see that okay, this professionalism for this company is like these bigger companies, so we don't even have to worry about that. And so maybe that's it. But I do appreciate that question.
But because they're learning about your business without using a sales book. It was just finishing the sales book. It was talking about asking the client questions so they understand how you can help them. This is doing some of that work, not all of it, but it's doing a significant portion of that work prior to a conversation.
Prior to the conversation. And that's kind of going back to the automation to where it's doing all that work and then it's calling me and telling me, hey, this person needs this, this, and this, press a button and we can go ahead and make this consultation happen right now. So yeah, that's about it on that one.
It's 60% of sales person for sure.
For sure, 60%, if that.
Yeah,
I don't want to disrespect the salespeople. But yeah, for sure. So I don't know why. I promise you this bot works. I don't know why it's not loading right now. I'm gonna refresh it one more time just so we can. So it worked that time. So as you can see, anytime anybody asks to set up a meeting, it gets them back to that meeting link. So right now, say you have a special going on. So right now we are doing consultations to help people with AI. So we have, if anybody texts us AI, this is what it sends back. So it lets them set up a consultation. Again, like he was saying, it gives us enough information to where we can not go into this meeting cold. And of course, with this booking link, they also give us information as well. So there is that one. Is there any questions about these bots?
What are their limitations? Like when does it start like not working for you?
Personal conversations. I've had. This past couple months, I've been taking my old Steeze page and going to a personal page. So now that page is all business, right? And I've seen my friends try to hit it up, and it will literally get them back to business no matter what it is, whether it's this is an amazing picture, hi, whatever. It's going to get them back to this booking link. So that is a plus and a minus. Yeah, and to be honest, it's needed for me sometimes. Sometimes I don't need to be having those conversations. So I think the bot is a good buffer for the conversational people like me. So, any other questions on the side of the bots? All right, cool. Cool. So we all use ChatGPT. What's the most unique way y'all have used ChatGPT?
Probably not crazy unique, but I was in an online class and I have like a practice test, and I can give it the practice test or give it the answers and say, I need to work like a flashcard. Like I'm gonna ask me questions, ask me multiple choice questions, and have me give you an answer, tell me if I'm right or wrong, and tell me like help me study. Great to have an interactive like chatbot that's a study bot.
Wow, bro, that's genius. That's wow. That is a way, for sure. Now, that's unique. So I believe there is a million other unique ways to use ChatGPT. You know, I think a lot of people are using it for blogs, emails, pictures, but I believe that ChatGPT can enhance anything, like even the best things in the world. So let's go ahead and test that out. So I'm just gonna use Nike because we all know about Nike. We all know Nike is one of the best brands in the world. So I'm gonna do a quick test. So what can, okay, let's not do that. What can www. do to sell more apparel and shoes, and also what can they do to bring in more NIL athletes? So as we already know, this is the best brand in the world. Like, as from our heads, we probably don't think like they can be better, right? But what ChatGPT is going to show us is that any brand can level up. Any of us can put our websites in like, hey, how can we be better? And even if we feel like we're the best in the city, state, whatever, it's going to help us out. So it's telling us that how Nike can sell more. So they can leverage their personalized marketing. They can create limited drops, localized collabs, amplify everyday athlete stories, which is smart. Optimize the DTC experience and cross-sell through story-based collections. And of course, the part 2 of that with the NIL athletes will be build an NIL incubator program. Again, genius. Create scalable NIL tiers, offer NIL athletes content resources, partner with schools, not just individuals, and then of course leverage NIL athletes to promote products. So again, one of the best brands in the world can get broke down by ChatGPT on what they can do better. So I don't know if y'all are using it like that. I asked it bluntly, like, if I don't do this in my brand, will I fail? And it told me yes. I also asked it to bluntly one time give me their synopsis on my Instagram, and it tore me up a little bit too. So I will tell you that this thing right here, if you want an accountability partner, this is it right there, ChatGPT. But play with it, man. Don't, everybody uses it for pictures, emails and stuff. Go in there and be like, what can I do to make $1 million? Like, how can Elite Electric make $1 million more this year? Give me some strategies on that, So that is kind of how we use ChatGPT, of course, in other areas as well. Like I said, y'all use ChatGPT, so I'm sure there's not many questions. Do y'all have any questions?
You play with any like the Pro or like what Plus or Pro? Do you use any of those paid tiers on it?
No, because I use and I didn't want to go through it because it's just too much. But I use something called WriteSonic, and it's an AI system that has as much as ChatGPT, but also has SEO, and it also has like AI voices that we put behind videos and stuff like that. So I just wanted more of a general one. I didn't want to go through WriteSonic because it's super. I don't think it's super user friendly per se, unless you're in the industry.
What did you say you use again?
WriteSonic. Mm-hmm.
What are the biggest barriers for your clients when you're starting to talk about using these things? Do you get pushback on like, I don't know if I want AI interacting? Now, and I'm assuming that you're implementing some of these for your clients.
Absolutely. Well, respectfully, it was an upsell because, of course, we've been doing this we have our core 5 that we've been working with for past 3-4 years. So, of course, we've been doing certain things manually, and I'm like, hey, we can do this through AI. It was an upsell. I would say, and this sounds crazy, but the biggest barrier in the selling part of AI, quite honestly, is not calling it AI. Letting people understand that it's machine learning, and then number 2, letting people understand that AI has been around since the 1900s, and that is nothing to be scared of. Getting past those 2 things, it's easy to sell after that because, as y'all can see, it's pretty self-explainable. Like, we all know we need this after seeing this presentation. So, is there any?
Do you build and implement this into your clients? Like, do they own the data and the automations, the leads? Are they doing the subscriptions, or do you run this for them and then they benefit from your work?
So it's twofold. So I do have clients we run it from our system. HVAC clients, I think, construction as well, real estate, they run it through our system. But I like to encourage people to build their own system out to where, like, say, Elite Electric, you have different brands under you. So you have the Elite Electric, you have the Elite Running Company, and you'll have another company. You'll have all that stuff in one, pretty much under one Go High Level account. So we kind of do it twofold. We have it under our account, and then we encourage people to get their own account so we can build it out for them like that.
So part of the service you offer is the implementation of those tools into their in-house team?
Yes.
And then they continue to keep it running for like a subscription fee with
Well,
you?
so it is a subscription fee if you run it through our side, but of course on your side, it is a $100 subscription fee because the platform right now, I think it's about $97 a month. So from your side, if you're doing it by yourself, it would be $100 a month. From our side, if you're doing it with us, it would be $50 a month. So that's the incentive for our clients a little bit. But it sounds bad, but I'm still encouraging people to make their own so they can see the Go High Level platform and how wonderful it is for their brands, you know?
So if they make their own, you just charge like an implementation fee and then you step away?
Yes. And I'm not going to say step away. When it does come down to that quarter specifically, we're still running maintenance and things of that nature. That next quarter, what we would do is we would sit down with you and be like, hey, what else can we add to this, to your Go High Level to make your business even more efficient? And we'll go from there, you know?
So then they just come to you pretty much as needed from that point, or do you have it set to where like it is monthly they meet with you to kind of make sure everything's still good to go?
Yeah, so as I said before, like quite honestly, a lot of the people that we do it for right now are already my clients. So we already have that weekly meeting of let's talk through what we need to do, things of that nature. So that's pretty much the vibes of that. Like we make sure that it's still running up and up every single day. Make sure that we're adding what we need to on our side, that maybe things that you don't know, whether it's SEO or whatever, to the sites. But yeah, that's pretty much that part. Do we have any other questions about this?
Where do you stand on some of the automation features that can manipulate audio or video to customize? I forget what it's called, but basically you would say watermelon instead of my name, and then it would say, hey, Rachel, when you're sending me the customized message. Where do you stand on that?
Man,
Talk about NIL, and it's kind of like that for our own identities now, right?
Yeah.
Giving your confidence to the bots to do as they please.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question. I think that for all of us, man, we don't need to trade time for money. We just don't. And if that is something that's going to get us out of the mindset of trading time for money, I'm for it. I'm still up in the air about it. Don't get me wrong, because I see a lot of people using it negatively. But right now I'm for it. Right now I'm for it. So ask me that question in like 3 or 4 months. Do you have any other questions? Do you have any questions in general about the presentation? Cool. Well, I hope that means that I answered your questions and not that I bored y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and. So yeah, if y'all do want to reach out to me or schedule a meeting or anything of that nature, this is our QR code for our business. It gives you all of our information, our email, our business phone number, and it keeps us all just connected. That's awesome, but I know I'm ending a bit early, but I do appreciate y'all coming today. Thank y'all. Thank you.